welcome back to my channel. On this channel we talk about creative businesses and just creative ideas and how to run your own businesses for small business creative people. So today I've got Megan. Just start straight into it.
That's fine.
So you're probably the best person to tell us about your business.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, I'm Megan McIntyre from Restored Balance Kinesiology. Kinesiology is a funny word for what we do, but it's basically balancing or removing stress from the body so you don't become symptomatic. So a lot of people come to me when they have tried everything else. They've been to bodywork people, they've been to naturopaths, they've just tried everything and nothing's working. And usually because it's an emotional thing.
Yeah, it's hard for people to understand kinesiology because it's not your mainstream, or I mean it is mainstream now, but it wasn't.
Well, it's an alternative.
That's correct. Alternative.
And it's becoming more and more mainstream because more and more people are becoming aware that their emotions are impacting their health, and are becoming, with the mindful movement and the meditation movement, people are checking in with their bodies more. And when we get a symptom, that's our body communicating with us. When we get pain, like a migraine for instance, a migraine gets you into a dark room and doing nothing. It's the body saying, help. The
medical field concentrates on the specific...
they treat the symptoms.
Exactly. Whereas we forget that the body is connected to everything, and not just the body itself, but the external environment as well, and feelings and relationships.
We have the triangle in the kinesiology world. We have the anatomy and physiology, we have the energetic structures, and we've got the psycho-emotional aspect. And so we look at all three, and we use the energetic structures, so our sort of the nadis from the yogis, and we have the acupressure points and the meridians from the Chinese medicine, and they're all really amazing ways to balance out that stress. But we're talking about health, but because I'm here with you today about business, actually our energy and our mental health, in a way, not mental health as a depression, but just our mental capabilities to work towards our business goals is a huge impact.
For small business owners, the business is a majority part of their lives and their relationships with their families and their friends. Well, I know personally as a small business owner, you spend more than 50% of your waking days on your business.
It never switches off.
No, exactly. So,
which can get tiring, right?
Well, today especially, we're interested in talking about creative business, especially women in business, and how the body can self-sabotage your success in your business. So tell us a bit about that and kinesiology and how you could help with that.
Sure. So self-sabotage is something that I think most people can relate to. But if I say it's your subconscious sabotaging you, people sort of don't really understand what that means. Our subconscious doesn't switch off. In fact, I've got a great infographic, and it basically tells you exactly what your subconscious does, and it doesn't switch off. It's working when you're asleep, and it's basically controlling you 95% of the time. So if you would like to achieve a business goal, and you've got this subconscious belief that you A, aren't good enough, or B, can't do it, then it doesn't matter how much energy you put into that, you'll never achieve it unless you can start using thinking about it and using your five senses. So Wayne Dyer, he's passed on now, he's an amazing guy, he's on podcasts and things, you can look him up. He's big on believing that if you can use your five senses, all of them, you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, if you can imagine, when you're thinking about something, tapping into all of your senses, then you're more likely to achieve and reach your goals. You are what you think, right?
Exactly. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. How can you be aware that you are self-sabotaging?
Well, if you're not achieving, basically, if you're not achieving, you feel like you're really stuck. A lot of my clients come and they just say, I'm just so stuck, I just feel like I can't move forward. And that's a classic. I'll hold emotion mode straight away and find an emotion, and using my kinesiology techniques And usually they're straight on to saying, yes, that's exactly what's happening. I had a client today who came in with shoulder tension, and we ended up talking about business goals. We all hold our stress and tension, and I said, well, what's going on with that? Held emotion. But basically ended up talking about her business goals and how she was self-sabotaging because of her belief that she couldn't do her business idea. And so we worked through that, and it all comes back to when we're children, how we model our parents. Their beliefs become our beliefs, and it's not until we reach adulthood or early adulthood that we start pushing back and say, well, no, I don't believe that.
And a lot of times you don't even remember or recognize what you're told, like if how you're raised, and especially
because it's normal, right?
And especially in different cultures as well. Being a female, you're raised differently as a male, and I know that in this world we shouldn't
it's
be
shifting now, but you're right, that plays into it.
Yeah, it is shifting, but it's not quite there yet.
Yes,
you kind of model how you're raised and reflect it on your kids. And you raise your boys differently from your girls.
You've got a boy and a girl. I've only got 2 boys. So yeah.
And you don't want to. It's subconscious.
Yeah, it is, because your subconscious rules you 95% of the time. Fun fact: your brain doesn't know the difference between a thought and reality.
Yeah.
So think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Thought and reality. So if you think something, right?
Of course, yes.
Then that's what's going to happen.
Well, that makes sense.
And that comes into our self-sabotage, right?
Yes.
So if you think you're not good enough, guess what? You're not good enough.
No.
So let's start believing in ourselves and have women support each other, lift each other up, and everyone can achieve.
As an example, like if you're organising an event and you think no one's going to come.
Right.
Then that's a big stop there, isn't it? That's going to stop you from organising it.
Yeah. Tell me how many times you've hosted a party and you think no one's going to come.
Yes.
But people do come.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're right. If you think, and this is replaying old patterns. So say you had a tough childhood, maybe, I don't know, let's think really dire, something major trauma happened in your childhood, like you, refugee, came out, right, to Australia. That was a big thing, right? Now, you've overcome it because you had strong parentage to help you through that. But say that you still harboured some of those feelings, they would be playing out today.
Oh, of course, and they are. They are. I mean, I had this conversation with my daughter this morning.
Yeah.
And we were talking about what shapes people, why people act certain ways, or why they feel insecure, or why they get angry. And we were talking about childhood experiences. And sometimes, like if you're going through a very traumatic experience, like say, whatever happened on my refugee journey.
Yes.
As a child, your defense mechanism,
survival system.
Forgets it.
Yeah.
And sometimes suppresses it. And sometimes it gets reflected later on in life, and you're not even aware of it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And actually that can play into a big word called epigenetics.
Yeah.
Epigenetics is basically ancestral stress playing through to ancestral, so your kids or even your children's kids, when they have them, something that's happened to you, if they recognise that down the track, they can express that and think, why am I got this? I've got a client, actually, I work in a salt room, she's got massive eczema issues, and I really do believe that links back to some epigenetic stresses from her, and she's got a similar story to you.
Yes.
That stress is still held within you, and when we experience stress, by the way, stress isn't always a bad thing. It gets us moving, it gets us off the couch, so we can't always put stress in the bad bucket. But that stress that you experience is in every cell. When we experience, like if I stub my toe right now, every cell in my body experiences that stress.
And protects it.
Yeah. And the brain can sort that out.
Yeah.
It'll send blood there, it'll get a bruise done, right? But when you have a big event like you had, your brain, and it would have been over days and weeks, your brain can sort out only so much of that. It does a really fabulous job of diffusing that stress, but what's left over gets sent somewhere. And it gets sent maybe to your autonomic nervous system, maybe into your muscles, into your organs, into your hormone system. It can go anywhere. And when that stress goes somewhere, it weakens that spot. So a classic for that is physical pain, back pain, knee pain. That is that's where stress goes, and that's like I mentioned earlier with the migraine. That's the body saying, "I need help.
Yes,
help me out."
Getting back to your subconsciousness self-sabotaging your business.
Yes.
What do you do to treat this? Like, what treatment do you?
Did I give my clients?
Yes.
I mean, I go myself, so I go once a month to my own kinesiologist. But yeah, it is all about keeping a flow of energy around your ideas. So we all have self-doubt, we're all human, and unfortunately human society is that we sort of put ourselves down.
Yeah.
It's taken me a long time for myself, but I try and instill this in my clients, is to like who they see in the mirror. And if you have some self-compassion and some self-love, if you've got that going on, you're going to manifest so much into your business, because people will want to be with you. They want to be with you, and they want to do what you do. They want to buy what you have, depending what service it is.
Yeah, you radiate that light.
That's right, exactly.
And
you attract your tribe.
Yes,
right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you walk into a room, for example, and you have that light, you have that charisma, you have that confidence.
Yes.
Naturally, people would be drawn to you.
That's right.
As opposed to walking into a room feeling insecure and worthless.
Yeah, that's right. And if you're feeling like that about yourself, it's going to come out. Imagine walking into a jungle, right, and you see a lion, right? The lion smells fear.
Yeah.
We're not too dissimilar. If you walk into a room full of people and you are scared, right, everyone's going to smell that fear.
Yes.
They're not going to come running towards you. There might be the odd soul like me that will come up and say, "You are right."
Yes.
But generally speaking, people sort of want to run a mile.
Yes.
So going back to your original question, how do you sort that out? We're not all extroverts. We can't all walk into a room and own it. So kinesiology is really good at turning your belief systems around. Yes, you have to do your own work, but with mindfulness, meditation, looking yourself in the mirror and liking who you see, that's all the homework. But kinesiology can really help flip that round. Like with anything, you can deny and suppress all you like, but it's going to come out eventually. And if you really have a great idea, a business goal, go for it. There's nothing stopping you, and there's no one in this world that can tell you that you can't do something. You're the only person that can do that.
Thanks so much, Megan. That's really useful. Yeah. We definitely want to talk more about kinesiology with you.
On social media,
I'll put the link down in the comments for you. Yeah.
Restored Balance Kinesiology on Insta, LinkedIn and Facebook.
Yeah, great. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that we can notify you when we get new YouTube videos up. Thanks for listening. Bye.